they're talking. The immediate reaction might be to think that, well, that person's crazy. Suspend judgment. This goes back to those previous slides. Suspend judgment. Maybe there's somebody inside the sewers that's actually, there's like a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle down there or something. I don't know. But what will probably be is, if you say a person is crazy, you start to treat them like they're crazy, what do you think they're going to do? Crazy, right? So you can validate them, but you don't have to agree with them. Okay? Because we have a job to do. And that's to empower our veterans and help our veterans transition to places. Calling them crazy, we're not empowering them. We're actually taking their power away. When you pathologize someone, someone gets a diagnosis of, oh, you're bipolar. So sometimes it's been noticed that people, when they're given a diagnosis, that they'll start to actually fulfill that criteria of their diagnosis. Okay? So that's why we don't pathologize. And plus, anybody here a psychologist? Psychiatrist? You're a psychiatrist? Well, hey, great. Nice to meet you. Anyway, so we don't want to pathologize anyone, and we are not allowed to make those kinds of judgments. We can say it, but we can't. It doesn't actually apply anywhere other than to the veteran, who it's going to affect the most. Next slide, please. So focus on feelings. So going back to a previous example, the individual says, as soon as they're talking to me, a feeling response might be, that must be pretty scary. Right? Or tell me what it feels like. This isn't getting to the therapist. This isn't getting into a therapist bailiwick, whatever that means. But anyway, it's using handy therapeutic tools. Okay? Anyone can do this. You don't have to be a therapist to do this, to be a listener. You just got to be a person. A non-therapeutic person. Okay? Next slide, please. So allow silence. Okay? Get comfortable with silence. Okay? I was being silent. That's what the neighbor was going to be. Anyway, so we're talking at great lengths. Give the person a chance to process. Okay? They may hear what you say and then need to process it. So they may take a minute. They may hear you. They may walk out. Think about what else they want to say. Come back and start talking again to you. Okay? Next slide, please. So clarify the message. So one way of doing this is get feedback. Okay? There's a whole communication class on all that. But get feedback. Because sometimes what we say, right? Like I did earlier with Mike. I said, you sound like you're pretty pissed off, don't you? Or you sound like you're angry. Okay? I'm making an assumption. But that communication, right? So he would, and then in return say to me,
yes, I'm pissed off.
So that's what I'm hearing. So I'm just relaying his message of what he said to me back. Okay? That's the only thing is. So we're getting the feedback. So that everything we say is understood, and to ensure that what we're saying is understood. We ask for clarity. Okay? Don't take the bait. This is more of that subversive things where they'll try to attack you professionally, personally. They'll say, well, Mike is driving that nice car. Oh, well, I bet I'm paying for that car, huh? Yeah, so, yeah, that's the thing.
I wish.
See? But that's the bait right there. So he said, I wish. That's the bait. So I start to engage him that way. Okay? Manage yourself. Attend to your body language. Like I'm moving my hands around here, but like this right here, when you have your arms crossed like this, what does that typically tell someone?
Standoffish.
They're what?
Standoffish.
Standoffish, guarded, right? They're not going to want to open up. Cold? Are you cold?
Yeah, I am a little bit.
You're cold? See? Are you cold, Lisa, too?
Yeah.
Okay. I just want to make sure nobody
That's why I
was mean.
said it.
All right.
We are.
But be attentive to your own body languages. Okay. Sometimes like a scowl on the face. Yeah, anyway. So next slide, please. So speak softly and slowly, right, David?
Right.
Especially because when you get louder with someone and you start upping it, then what happens? They escalate as well. Be respectful. Acknowledge the other person's point of view. Affirm that you're committed to working with them. And show them that, hey, I'm really here to listen to you. I'm listening to you. I want to address this, but I'm only able to do so much unless we talk about this. Okay? Depersonalize. It's not personal for you. Okay? Clearly separate the problem from the people involved. Name the problem. externalize it, and work together to resolve it. We seem to have different ideas about do you agree? What do you think about how can we work on this together? Okay? This too long. Anyway, listen carefully. Okay? Rephrasing, paraphrasing, all that's good. You can do that, okay? Give them another perspective as well. It should be a 10. Use language that indicates your openness to the other person. Okay? Say, yeah, can you tell me a little bit more about what's going on? You know, is it possible that your roommate wasn't aware that you minded the door being open while he was doing his business? You know? Be strategic. Okay? Think clearly and stay focused on goals. Okay? Don't take the bait and try to divert it to other things. Okay? Just one problem at a time. Okay? Beyond the surface conflict for underlying issues, recognize what is and isn't in your control to change. Okay? Next slide, please. Focus on the future. Stay future-oriented. Stay about how we're going to be accomplishing this. Remember, their thing is we want to empower them and we want to help them transition successfully. Okay? We want them to become a whole 100% person. Okay? Whatever that means. Take a break if you need to. Okay? It can be very stressful dealing with argumentative people, being argumentative with someone who's escalated. It can be very stressful. Take a break, drink some lemonade. We used to have SSVF used to have a case manager. He used to tell his clients, you know, hey, well, take a break, go drink some lemonade, cool out, and then call me back later. Okay? So, yeah. Anyway. So take a break, because if you keep increasing, what happens is this, the freeze, flight, or fight. Your sympathetic nervous system kicks in, the sympathetic brain kicks in, the medial mammalian, all that good stuff kicks in, right? So take a break, okay? Take a deep breath, feel your feet are grounded, you know, feel your hands, take note of something that's on the desk, things like that, okay? Remember, communication is the key to crisis de-escalation. That was pretty fast. Oh, y'all just